Thomas LaManna on the line. What's up with you, champ?
What's going on, guys? Thank you for having me. I'm good. I'm chilling, man.
Hey, we appreciate
it. Actually, I have, I'm pretty sure y'all know I do promoting as well outside of boxing, and I got 2 cards this weekend out in Mexico. So I just got done a weigh-in. Where I was on like a WhatsApp video call.
Okay.
And, just had to monitor everything, make sure everybody made weight and all that good stuff.
That's what's up.
I'm good, guys, though. I appreciate y'all having me.
Hey, we appreciate your time, champ, and we definitely going to talk about that Rising Star promotional banner. But first and foremost, man, I want to talk about this big win you had back on January 19th, you know what I mean, over Juan Gonzalez for the WBA Federal Central middleweight title. Can you kind of just take the fans through that particular fight in terms of what it meant to you in your career right now, as your record stands at 30 wins, 4 losses, and only 1 draw, and what it means to be a champion and now highly ranked within the WBA rankings?
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, first and foremost. And, it feels good, I tell you why, I came down with COVID in mid-November. I got COVID.
Oh,
and
no shit.
It was like a couple weeks after I had fought in October, and then like 2 or 3 weeks later, I had got COVID. You know what I mean? And so like I was kind of like shit, man,
Damn.
because I had a plan. I had plans on fighting in December. I was going to fight in December, and it kind of derailed that, and like COVID, it screwed me all up a little bit. I got, I blew up in weight. Some people, I was watching an interview today, one kid said that he actually lost weight because he was so sick or whatever. I actually gained mad weight.
Damn, no shit. That's crazy.
So like it put me out for a couple of weeks, but thank God, I got through it, and I was able to bounce right back and put together another show where I got to fight, and the kid that I fought, Gonzalez, he was he was available. He had actually fought recently on my shows because he's a fighter. He's promoted by one of my partners who helps me with the shows out there. You know what I mean? So it was an easy fight to make, and he was coming off of some wins. He was coming off of some wins, so, I just said, all right, well, let's do it then.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that, WBA sanctioned it, which was pretty cool. And, obviously, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse and act like it was, Gotti Ward 4.
Right.
But it was a fight. It was a fight that I had to get back in. It was the perfect fight to fight. Unfortunately, it was crazy. I actually didn't even make weight, man. I'm an honest person, because I fight at 54, but COVID, like I just couldn't, and look, I don't want to blame everything on COVID, that's not cool, because some people like they lose their lives, and I'm here complaining about not being able to lose 6 pounds, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't want to blame it on COVID, but my body just wasn't there with me, and it's not like one of them. It's not like one of them where it's like, oh, you think you should move up, because it's really not, you know what I mean? Because I know I can make 54, but I didn't make 54 that night, shit. But thank God, regardless of whatever, we got through it. We fought for the middleweight belt, the Federal Central belt. It's a great film, listen, it's not a world title, but it's meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
I was already rated. They had put me back in the top 10. I say top 10, but I was actually number 10. Number 10 before I even fought. So we'll see what it does for me when the new ratings come out, I believe Monday.
Yep.
We'll see what happens, and, then we just take it from there. But it was a great feeling, a good comeback fight, especially after COVID.
Right.
But, just back to the drum. This is my first week back in the gym. You know what I mean? I've been just laying low, been running, but this is my first week back in the boxing gym. Knocking out the cobwebs, and hopefully by next week or the week after, I can get into a training camp for my next fight.
That's what's up. And then before we keep going into the boxing end of things, man, I kind of want to change speeds. And since the last time we've had an interview with you and shared some time on the airways with you, you've had a child, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I kind of want to talk about how that's changed your perspective and or outlook in terms of boxing and what you'd like to get out of it. And then just also talk about that new thrill of fatherhood, man, and what that means to you.
Yeah, bro. So, the thrill of fatherhood is pretty dope, man. Like, my daughter, she's like, man, she's just everything, bro. It's like, are you a father?
Yes, sir. I got 3 boys. You know what I mean?
Man, listen, man, get you a girl. Then you're doing so you get a girl, bro. hey, yo, so, you know what I'm saying? But you are, so you know what it is about being a father, bro. You know what I mean? Bro, it's everything. And like, yo, it's like this little girl really, she's a devil. She gets on my every last nerve. She keeps me up at night. Right. Like, man, bro, she's like my everything, man. It's such a great thrill. And, it definitely makes you work harder. Because now, it's not only me and my selfish. It's not only me that I got to fight for. It's, for my family. I also got a fiance, so it's like I got a whole family now, you know what I mean? And, man, it likes to spark under me, you know what I'm saying? To pick it up, do that last mile, or, you could, run them combinations, you know what I mean? You got one more round, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. I was talking to her about that, and, yeah, man. But as far as, like, the whole, what was the second question?
Well,
what was the first one?
Well, just in terms of how the birth of your child has changed your outlook in terms of what you would like to get out of boxing, if it did at all.
Right? Yeah, so, man, this is called prize fighting, not pride fighting. We all know that.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
We all know that. So, you obviously want to get paid, but, bro, man, I'm 29. I just turned 29. I got 35 fights.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I cracked the world rating numerous times and numerous of sanctioning bodies. You know what I mean? I was never supposed to be where I'm at, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I didn't got beat. I didn't got stopped. I didn't got robbed. You know what I mean? Like, I look at it like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, my man. Man, if I'm done today, bro, I did everything. You know what I mean? I done more than what everybody thought I'd do anyway, my man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so, what I want to get out of it, obviously you want the money. But, I guess more so just, I want to know in myself that I gave it my all. I want to be able to tell my daughter when she's old enough to understand what I do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, what I really do. Like, she understands fight, but she don't really know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, when she understands it, I want to be able to tell her, really what I did and tell her some stories and all that. I guess that's really what I'm doing. And again, mind you, I love fighting. It's all I had, it's all I know. Mm-hmm. So, God willing, we see what the ratings look like in a couple of days. And I'm positioned, you know what I mean? I'm down with PBC, and I don't want to say I'm with them, like I'm not signed with them, but I'm down with them. I'm loyal to them. I am very committed with them, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Louis the Cubas Jr. Has been great to me and given me plenty of opportunities when, in some cases, I personally don't even feel like I was deserving of.
Okay, wow.
But I got him, and listen, he's a man of his word, and, God willing, I'll be able to make an announcement pretty soon of a pretty life-changing opportunity, you know what I mean, that's been discussed, so we'll see what happens.
Well, that's what's up. I hope you keep the Standing 8 Live crew in the loop in terms of that highly anticipated news on the forefront.
All right, so I'll add you to the list, because I ain't going to lie, man. I ain't going to lie. I told 3. I told you'll be like, this is the third person. I'll give you before I put it on Facebook or whatever, you're going to be my third, media outlet that I'll know before it goes out. Well, you got my word.
We appreciate that. No champ.
No doubt.
And just speaking back on your fighting career, you know what I mean, as you alluded to, you're 29 years of age, but you've been in the pro game for 10 years now, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you started out as a young pup, as they like to say, at the age of 18, 19 years old. In terms of growth of the game, what's one of the biggest changes that you've seen since turning pro in the sport of boxing that has been a welcomed addition or a welcomed elevation to the sport since your time as turning pro way back in 2011?
Man, what I see now is a lot of, that's crazy, yo. Get out of my head, bro. I was talking to somebody at the gym today, actually, and it's like, yo, people really scared to lose. People really scared of taking an L on their record.
Right.
People are really scared to get beat up or embarrassed or, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
From when I turned pro, now listen, I'm also not going to go out there and say, I fought killers the first half of my career, because I didn't. I fought, developmental fights.
Right.
I mean, I developed. I was a kid. I was a high school student. I had my first 2 pro fights in high school, and my third one 3 days after I graduated. You know what I'm saying? So I was still in school when I turned pro.
Right,
you know what I mean? But, I think what happened today is, and mind you, I'm not mad at it, because it is what it is, and especially from being on the promoter side as well.
Mm-hmm.
Fighters are more businessmen than they are fighters now. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Which again, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I'm all for being a fighter. You have to, you got to make sure your time is worth it. Make sure your bag's right. Make sure your money's right. Make sure the particulars are right. Promoters get funny. Yo, it's crazy, bro. Promoters get funny when a fighter questions them or doesn't agree to their terms off the jump.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they get real uncomfortable when that shit happens, and then they get real defensive and they whatever. But my man, or whatever, you're not the one taking punches. You're not the one that has to be away from your family. I average. I mean, I'm luckily where I live now, my gym is like 3 minutes down the street. But bro, on average, bro, I would spend a good 2 hours a day just traveling to the gym.
Damn.
Between the boxing gym, going there, coming back, and then the fitness gym, going there, coming back. It's like it's a 2 hour, you know what I mean? Like if they're half hour each way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's 2 hours away from your kids, 2 hours away from your family, 2 hours away from your home type shit, and then forget the time that you're in the gym. I'm in the boxing gym 3 hours. I'm in the fitness gym 2 hours. We're talking about 7 hours a day when, you know what I mean? So, bro, more than half your day, you're away from your family. You know what I mean? So, what I'm saying is, that's what changed. I think fighters are more business people. They want to make sure everything's cool. They want to whatever. And they have every right to be. And yeah, man, and then they're scared to get beat. They're scared to take a chance.
Right.
Eventually, y'all got to take a chance. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm not saying you take a chance your third fight or your fifth fight. You know what I mean? But, I also don't condone, Christopher Lovejoy shit. Being 19-0, 19 knockouts. But ain't nobody ever seen him fight. And here he is talking about fighting for a world title tomorrow or some shit. Are you fighting tomorrow? Something like that.
Right. No, I got you, Champ, and that makes complete sense. And it kind of brings me on sort of to my next question. In terms of the Rising Star promotional company of yours, what are some of the things that you share with the young fighters that you may sign on or even may just kind of give them advice, whether they're with you or not? Yeah, just some of the game you share, especially considering, like I said, you're still 29. Like, although you're a 10-year veteran, you're 29, so you still have a lot of value in terms of being youthful. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think fighters don't take direction well from guys that have too much age. You know what I'm saying? So can you just kind of give the fans a little insight?
Here's the problem. So here the problem is, right? The problem is this, right? You know what I mean? A lot of people, they look at me, they look at how my career been. Listen, I've had help. There was a time where I had a promoter. I had numerous promoters, actually. Mm-hmm. I had a promoter who believed in me when I was younger. Like he was with me since my third fight. So we're going back damn near 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was with me, and he, whatever. But he, at the end of the day, he just got to a point where he just opted out of the business. Boxing wasn't his number one moneymaker or number one priority.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he just opted. He said, Thomas, wish you the best. I always support you, and whatever. But I'm done because hurt, but it is what it is. Then I signed with a boxing promoter who was in the business, whatever, and then he opted to release me after a loss, whatever. So people see my career, right? And they're like, you win, you lose, you win, you're in a great position, you get a big fight, you lose. You get a big fight, you get robbed, but you still lose. You know what I mean? You come back, win, couple fights on your own shit, your own cards, get another big opportunity, get the shit beat out of you, get stopped, okay. Come back, get robbed again on national TV, but I still lose. Then I come back in Mexico, knock out two guys, get me a belt, and now, in the blink of an eye, I'm number 10 in the world.
Right.
So they look at that and they scratch their head like, what the hell is this kid doing? How is he doing it? To be honest, bro, I don't know.
So you don't got the answer, huh, for that one?
Listen, I think I know the answer. And so, all right, so boom, this is going to come with it, right? Right? This is how I go, right? And I'm going to share this to the world, bro, because I don't really talk about this type of shit a lot.
Well, shit, spit that shit, champ. I said spit that shit, champ. Come on. Shit, yeah. Come on with it.
So, right? People, they see the flow. They see my career, right? And they see I get all these opportunities, and they see I'm very well respected and very well connected with big players in the game who are friends. I'm not going to say they're my best friends. I'm going to keep it a bean. They're not my best friends, but these are personal friends of mine who are top people in the game that can make shit happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then when they see me, and then when I talk to a young fighter, right? I'll talk to a young fighter who, bro, the young fighter that I could be talking to got all the potential in the world. He might be better than me. He might be in my weight class better than me, but he only 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say better, I'm talking, he's younger, he's fresher, he's sharper. He reminds me of me when I was 2-0. I thought I was the shit.
Right.
He's sharp, whatever, you know what I mean? Cool. Mm-hmm. But don't think you're going, you know what I mean? And so when I talk to them, and here's the thing, bro. They, and when they ask for game, they ask for advice, and I keep it a whole beam with them, and I say, listen, this is what you got to do, X, Y, Z, right? Bro, they expect me to do what I did for myself and do for myself. They expect me to do it for them. Gotcha. They think that they're entitled to me doing shit for them. And bro, mind you, I'm not no big time, top notch promoter, or I don't got bread behind me, or I don't got hedge funds behind me and shit. It's nothing like that at all.
Right.
It's just I took the time and I invested into myself outside of the boxing gym as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, and here's the thing, bro, ready? When I tell them, like, bro, I can't just do this shit for you. You got to do it for yourself, man. My man's like,
right.
What you mean? Like, there's nothing, like, I can't do X, Y, like, whatever. Then, bro, the next day, I'm a bum. Oh, Flake's ass. He can't fight. This fucking bum. Bro, I got death threats because people are salty because I don't really mess with them.
Wait a minute. What? Whoa. Hold on. Death threats? No shit?
Bro, my man's weird shit. You hear me? Death threats.
That's crazy.
We're New Jersey people, bro. They from Jersey. Area, bro.
Yeah. From the bricks. Yeah, they from the bricks. They for real about it. I'm digging it. I'm hearing you, champ. I'm hearing you.
Weird, man. But it's all because they say I don't put them on. My man, how, bro? It's like you can't help nobody that won't help their damn selves.
Right.
I mean, like people in boxing, bro. They feel there's way too much entitlement in boxing, bro. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even talking about locally or regionally. I'm talking about like just all around, man. People just be feeling entitled, bro. I used to feel entitled all the time. Then when I woke up and I realized, bro, don't nobody give a shit. That's when I started doing my own thing.
Right.
And I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying what I did is right or was right or is going right or whatever, but it's working. What else can I do or say?
Right.
Some people don't agree with it. But, like, you know, at the end of the day, bro, man, if it ain't affecting your pockets or ain't, you know what I mean? If I'm living in your head rent-free, bro, off of some shit that I'm doing and you mad at me because you not where I'm at,
right.
Man, listen, bro, you gotta go, you know what I mean? Pandemic going on. I know psychiatrists need some extra money because ain't nobody trying to be a 6 foot of them motherfuckers. Excuse my language, but go see something, bro.
Right.
Go see somebody, bro. If you got that much, you know, pain in your heart because, you know, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
No, I'm feeling what you're saying, Temp, and I definitely I'm not a professional fighter nor a promoter, but I've been around the game long enough to see the different levels of entitlement that various boxers may exude as they come into the professional part of the game. You know what I mean? From the amateur side of it. Going on to my next question, man. You mentioned you have a couple cards coming up here in Mexico this particular weekend. Can you talk about what it's like fighting and or promoting in Mexico versus the U.S.? Like, is there a big difference in transition in terms of how the shows are run, or is it almost universal in terms of pro boxing is pro boxing, you have your checks and balances list, and it is what it is?
You know, it's funny you say that. So I'm going to say it's a mixture of both. I'm going to say it's a mixture of both meaning the same thing and complete opposite. So, you know, Mexico don't have, you know, they don't have, like, the crazy guidelines, like I'll say like New Jersey, because we've done most of our other shows in New Jersey, in Atlantic City, and you know, New Jersey, you got to have, you know, bond. You have to be able to get bonded to be a promoter.
Right.
You got to go through the whole background check stuff. You know, listen, man, Mexico, you pay the $200 it comes out to. And you get your promoter license, and you don't even get an ID card. You get your name on a damn spreadsheet with a start date and an end date. That's all you get. But, you know what I mean? But you know, listen, when you go to Mexico, bro, so here's the thing. Mexico is like, bro, Mexico is like an icon for that.
Absolutely.
Julio Cesar
Absolutely.
Chavez,
Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez, Juan Manuel Marquez. Man, listen. You know, like some of the greatest fighters who ever lived came from Mexico.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They don't really mess around, bro. Like, they don't, when it comes to doing shows, especially a foreigner, like I'm an American fighter, but in this case, we're an American promotion company. Bro, since September, bro, by the time, forget September. Since March 14th of 2020, that was our first show we ever did in Mexico. Then COVID hit, all the way up until September 9th. So, you know, we did one show in that time frame. Then from September 9th, or it was September 16th, I forget what day it was. It was one of those 2 days. From September, call it 9th, right, until the last show that I'm doing until I get into camp heavy is February 12th.
Okay.
From September 9th to February 12th, we do a total of 13 shows.
Damn.
In a September 6 or 7 month time period?
Right.
Time frame?
Right.
8 month time frame? 12 shows. We went heavy. We pushing heavy. This is our second doubleheader weekend.
Okay.
With fights. It's not only that Mexico looks at us and be like, yo, what the hell is going on, man? Like, yo, we barely get 12 fights a year in this area. Now we're getting 12 fights and 12 shows in half a year. Oh, what's this? BoxRec. You've heard of BoxRec, right? You obviously know BoxRec. Right?
Absolutely.
BoxRec, being the number one record keeper, an official record keeper, they are on top of Mexico. Mind you, this iconic country, especially in boxing, they're on top of this iconic country like a fly is on shit, man. Like on top of it, like a hawk. They got more rules and guidelines, and in addition to the WBC as well now, the World Boxing Council, they got more rules, regulations than friggin' like the CIA at the White House, bro.
Got you.
When it comes to boxing in Mexico. So, yeah, you could, in the past, you could fight your mother in Mexico. Now, at least when I do my shows, it goes even, like, I can't really get into particulars because it's like, it's hard to explain. Not that I can't, it's hard to explain. There is no, I'll put it like this. There's no more coming to Mexico to put a win on your record because box wrestling ain't with the shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to put on competitive fights. You have to make sure that, foreigners aren't coming in and just beating up Mexicans and going back home. You know what I mean? Like, there's, it's pretty legit there, man. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's MGM Grand.
Right.
It's pretty legit, man, for where it's at and what it is and what we do there. It's pretty legit. I have fun doing it. I'm providing a platform for fighters to, advance their career during difficult times.
Mm-hmm.
Outside managers and promoters are looking to enhance their fighters' career during these difficult times, and I'm just fortunate enough that they, that they trusted me to be that promoter to do that and work with, So I'm having fun doing it, and here we go again, back to kind of repeating what I was. I don't know if I said it, but I'll say it now. I'm building relationships. I'm networking. I'm doing good business with people because, bro, I'm not going to fight forever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Boxers don't fight forever.
Right.
Every boxer in the world eventually will retire.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's like building a platform for when, I love boxing, like I told you. My dream is to have my own gym and to be a promoter. You know what I mean? Full time.
Okay, see,
I love it.
There you go. And I'm glad you talked to them about that because that was literally my next question. Once you're done throwing punches, you know what I mean? How do you see yourself still operating in the business? And you pretty much just answered that. You're saying you're gonna keep that promotional hat on.
Well, so like I said, depending on the landscape of the world, forget boxing, but the world. And, listen, pray to God that there's, COVID's not, COVID won't be around, call it, by the time, 35, 36, just another 5-6 years from now, you know what I mean? Where it's like, we'll see where I'm at, you know what I mean? But, it depends, I really feel like, here's the truth. I don't think there's not enough money in management, if you ask me. I don't think there's enough money in management, boxing management, because I can't wrap my. Look, at least all the managers I deal with, they spend a lot of money, and when I do the numbers, the ROI isn't that great. So it's like I don't really want to be a manager.
Right.
But promoting can be hectic though. Doing a club show, and by the way, I just love club show. Club show boxing is my everything.
I love club shows too. I love club shows too.
Yeah, like I really broke because I started on club shows. I just fought on the club show here. You know what I mean? People want to talk about. They ask me, well, "What are you doing fighting in Mexico, man?" You're so much more like you're so much. They say I'm better than that, but I'm not better than nothing. You crazy?
Right.
I ain't better than shit, man. Like I'm right where I'm comfortable. I'm in my element. I'm in my, I don't give a shit if we're in, a backyard at a damn family barbecue and there's a commission in the ring. I'll fight. Mm-hmm. But I love club show boxing. Love it with a passion, and I will when I continue the promoting career, it will be in club shows. If I could get a nice little small, I don't know, UFC Fight Pass deal or a Showbox date, and I can make some good club shows on the club show worthy fights on the undercard, like 4 and 6 rounders, and put the the main TV guys on top. Man, that's my type of show. But as far as ever getting into, doing shows on like HBO and Showtime, that's not for me, bro. This is not for me.
I can dig it. I can dig that.
This is not for me.
I can dig that. And that kind of takes me into my next question. You know what I mean? I'm loving how your answers are leading my interview. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay,
it's beautiful.
I try.
But as we talk about your career and where you stand right now and the steam you're gaining, whether people are respecting it or questioning it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did see where you had put out something that you would like to fight Laura if it can come to fruition. Is there any particular reason why Laura, or is it just more or less the position that he's in is something that you would like to attain? Is it more about the individual, or is it more about the status of Laura and sort of the mystique around him as a fighter?
No,
Okay.
not as a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and Laura were supposed to fight a couple times. It was talked about. I'm trying to think how to answer this. Politically correct.
I got you.
What's the rating here? Like, what's my level of what I could say and what I can't say?
You can
on this.
You can say whatever the fuck you want to say on Standing 8.
Man, listen, man. Listen, man. I want to beat Laura the fuck up. That's why.
That's what's up. Okay, shit. That's what's up.
Like, listen, man. Aristide Lara is a great champion, a great fighter. He's a great champion. He's a great fighter. And he's been in damn near with everybody.
Right.
Personally, I'm one of the, I don't want to say few, but a lot of people, for some reason, think that he actually lost to Canelo. I thought he beat Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he beat Canelo. He's a good champion, but at the end of the day, it's like this. Lara. I just don't like him, bro. I just don't like him. He just got that thing about him, man. He just got something about him that, like, bro, he's too. I don't know, man.
You just don't like the motherfucker. Just shit.
I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Like, I just think that Aristide Lara is, he's getting older.
Mm-hmm.
He's fading out. He's not the Lara that he was. You know what I mean? I think you know how like when you get like a mindset that something's gonna happen, and you start looking forward to it heavy.
Right.
Like, you really start looking forward to it, and like, bro, Lara's been embedded in my mind for like ever. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's been embedded in my mind for like a minute. You know what I mean? Since it was talked about me and him fighting on the first time. Then, certain things happened, and when I fought Jorge Cota, that was like, it was in my contract that I was fighting him next within like 4 months from then.
Right.
Forget COVID, but then, I obviously lost. So, like, I thought it was over. You know what I mean? I thought it was over. Luckily enough, my next fight back was against a stablemate of his, and many people thought I beat the kid Mendoza on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought you did.
At that point, bro, I was just like, you know what, man, fuck this. I won this fight, man. I want to fight Lara next. And I was Lara's backup, so I was the backup opponent for Lara on that same night. Had like something happened with his opponent,
right?
COVID, an injury, or something like that. So here we are now again. I now have nothing but freaking Lara embedded in my head now.
I can respect
that.
And then
it just comes down to it. It's like, bro, you know what? I went out. I was a big boy. I went out. I made shit happen. I went out. I got 2 fights. I took care of business. Now it's like I want Lara. I want Lara next, man.
That's what's up.
Next. I want what was talked about. I don't give a fuck what nobody says about whether if I deserve it or not. And y'all can't be mad at me for wanting to be great.
Right.
And I want to become a world champion. And I'm going to be as realistic as possible. Lara, that's an easy fight to make, and let's just do it.
That's what's up, man. I can respect that. I can respect that answer, and I think it's a truthful answer. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times fighters have a blown-up answer for shit. But I like the way you came direct with that, and you don't like the motherfucker, and you want to fight.
Like I said, but
you know what I mean?
What, bro? Let me reiterate. It's not like I don't know the guy. Like
No, I got you though.
I had my fourth fight when he fought Paul Williams, which is another fight I thought he won.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I fought on that undercard. It was in Atlantic City, right? But and again, but he's not that guy no more. He's not that guy. He's
right.
Not that Lara that fought like a Paul Williams and them type of guys. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I just think at the end of the day, bro, man, I'm at a point where it's like it's not a hard fight to make. Like I said, you know, I don't want to say he's on the downslide because he's been winning, but like he's not the same. And I'm just at that point now. I suffered my losses. I suffered my lessons. Like you know what I mean. I know what it's like. I know what it's like at the top level now. You know what I mean? With the Cota fight, with for somewhat, the Mendoza fight, or when I fought Dusty Harrison. Shit, I fought Antoine Douglas on like my 15th fight or some shit. Like, I learned. You know what I mean? All them times. And like I said, I did what I had to do. I came back. I got myself in the win columns. Got off the two fights. Grabbed the WBA belt. And, I feel as though I'm in position, the right position, to be Lara's next guy. And, why not just do it?
Right.
Why not just do it, man? And eventually the guy's going to fight somebody that he's not going to beat. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He keeps fighting, all right, bro, I'll put it like this, because I don't want to keep talking about this guy. Sure. If he could fight a Greg Vendetti, who, like, kind of nobody's ever heard of, he could fight me then. You know what I'm saying?
Respect. Yeah, I respect that. I can respect that. Yeah. Absolutely. And before we close out this interview, I first want to dive off to my co-host if he has any questions, because I kind of have taken the lead on this one. You got anything, Doc, you want to ask the champ before we, start to close things out?
Is there anybody in your stable, any particular fighters that you high on right now, like that you can see yourself having big plans for?
Bro, I'm a huge Caleb Plant fan, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Currently, I'm a huge Caleb Plant fan. Mm-hmm. Like, I really like his style. Good boxer, real crafty. He's smart. You could tell that, like, he has skills, but you could tell that he got like, his mentality is strong. And I'm not only just talking about in the ring. Obviously, everybody should know his backstory, and that's just like that's a heartbreak. That's a heartbreak, you know what I mean? And the will to be so mentally strong, you know what I mean, and like have that will, you know what I mean? Like, man, that's a dog, bro. That's a dog for real. And very high on Caleb Plant, and I've been saying this for a while, man. And by the way, I'm not dicking either. Like, I got respect for boxing. I got respect for boxing, and when I see these guys and what they do, outside the gym. But another kid that I was always high on, but like I'm very high on. I actually had the honor of, I sparred him plenty of times. I sparred with him, many, good amount of times. But I had the honor of promoting one of his fights before he blasted out to the scene. Was Jerron Ennis.
Oh man, Boots! Oh, Boots! Yeah, Boots is nice with it. Boots is nice with them hands.
How you think? How you think Boots will fare against Virgil Ortiz if they was to meet up in a dream welterweight?
No welterweight on this earth. And I'm going to leave out the top three guys, excluding Manny Pacquiao, because I don't even know if you can include him. Like your Sean Porters, your Earl Spence, and your Terrence Crawford. Listen, Boots is neck and neck with all three of them. I'm not saying he can't beat, and I'm not saying he can't beat them. Keith Thurman. I'll throw Keith Thurman in there as well. I'm not saying he can't beat them. I swear to God, I'm not. I'm not saying he can't beat them, but they at that next level where it's like, you know what I mean? That's the next level shit. Anybody but them. And we can include Virgil Ortiz. We can damn sure includes, who's another highly touted welterweight prospect coming out.
It's pretty much them two, Ortiz and Boots, really right now.
Who?
I said it's really pretty much Ortiz and Boots right now.
It's really, that's kind of the other. But bro, hear me out though. The other prospect that I was always like keeping my eye out was the Clayton kid from Canada, Costado Clayton.
Okay.
The one that just had to draw Lipinets. Bro, and everybody. So Boots is fighting Lipinets next, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody keep talking. Listen, and I like, bro, Joe Gruson, the trainer. That's my guy, bro. That's my fucking dude, man. That's my dude. Great guy. That's another person that, you know, it's like, that's just my guy, man. Actually, I'm gonna call him tomorrow, just because y'all reminded me.
Right.
And he's the one that trains the vignettes. But Bruce is gonna beat the fucking dog shit out of the vignettes, bro.
I think
I
so
don't
too.
understand why people think it's even gonna be remotely close, to be honest.
Well, I think some people aren't convinced of Boots' skill, and then they look at Lipinettis, and then they look at the toughness. You know what I mean? So there are, to me, just outside looking in, when I hear certain people say things, I think that's what it is. They're not really given the true eye test in terms of where Boots is, man, and how calculating he is in that ring. But
can I ask you a question though?
Absolutely.
Do you think my man is going to get the credit for beating up a tough 140 pounder?
Oh, I think if he shines bright, it turns on all the lights.
If he stop him, especially because people go up and down in these divisions, it's
Right.
not like he finds somebody who coming up from 135. Lipinettis, his only loss was to Garcia, so I'm expecting for Boots to come out there and beat Boots. I don't think too many people doubt it. I think what people think about, it's a step up in competition as far as like who he has on his resume. So it's all about the building the fighter type stuff, and these some of the kind of fights you want on your early points of your resume. Lipinettis, he a good fighter, decent fighter, never been stopped. So if he can come out and do his thing against him, it's just another feather in his hat. So I think it's a good fight, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, he coming up from 140 or not. I think it's good.
That's dope. I mean, I'll get that. I'll get that. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all good. I just don't want, just like I felt Danny Garcia was, I truly felt Danny Garcia was in a lose-lose situation when he fought Earl Spence. You know what I mean? Oh, you wasn't trying to fight him and he was hot before he flipped over, you know, before he got into his accident. Y'all wasn't trying to fight him then, but now, you know what I mean? You coming back, now you're gonna roll the dice.
Now, Danny was talking about fighting Earl though after Earl fought Sean Porter, but he came into the ring right after that.
Earl came into the ring right after that.
Nah, Earl was fighting Sean Porter. Earl had to beat Sean Porter.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. That's cat, bro. Well, that's cat, man.
What's cat?
I think, man, bullshit.
No, I'm saying Danny Garcia came into the ring and he challenged
I know
Earl.
He did. I know what you're saying, and I'm saying it was just to stir the pot, and it's like throwing a dime in the water and see what it's going to do.
Right.
You don't think that
throwing a 50 on black to see what it's going to do.
you don't think Danny like got the heart to fight anybody?
That? I don't want. Listen, he's a real fighter, but like, bro, I think that was cat, man.
Right.
I really like. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say he wasn't. You know, he wasn't going fighting. You know what I mean? But like, did he want to? No. Did he want to fight him? I think. And by the way, I'm a friend of Danny's though. You know what I mean? We're cool. I'm just keeping it a being. Eventually, they was going to fight, but were they trying to fight right then and there?
Right.
Within 4 or 5 months afterwards, I highly doubt that.
I think so because it was like doing that commentary.
It would have been another. Let's stir the pot. Let's stir the pot up. Let's throw some goddamn adobo and start throwing in that bitch and see what it's going to do. If it tastes good, then we'll do it. If it needs some more salt, we're going to go for another duck. And then they going, you know what I mean?
Right.
Regular boxing shit.
Right.
Just regular boxing shit.
Right. No, I can feel that. I can feel both sides of what you guys are saying. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes posturing is a lot of what's done in boxing, and I think it works in both ways. Sometimes it works in the terms of hyping a future fight up, and then sometimes it works in the sense of exactly what you're saying, seeing what the fanfare is. You know what I mean? And then we look at that landscape, and then we say, okay, well, shit, it looks to be good. Let's go ahead and run that thing. You know what I mean? So I can respect both of you guys' points of view on that particular instance of boxing. You know what I mean?
Word.
Absolutely.
Word.
Well, Champ, before we close things out, I first and foremost, man, want to thank you so much for your time. I know it's a hectic week for you, and we appreciate you taking out time to chop it up with Standing 8 Live. If you would please just kind of give fans the handles where they can get at Cornflake, you know what I mean, and just let them know where to find you or where to follow you.
Yeah, bro. So I'm on Instagram heavy at Official Cornflake Boxing. Facebook, just my name, Thomas LaManna. Or, I have a little fan page, just like a little page, whatever. It's Thomas Cornflake LaManna. And I'm on Twitter, but I don't really be on it like that. And the Twitter is Cornflake Boxing, at Cornflake Boxing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? My Cash App is RSP Boxing, if anybody cares.
Hey, I like that.
And man, I just appreciate y'all for having me, allowing me to get my voice heard. You know what I'm saying, and having the fans get to know me more, and just shit, man. I'm just lucky to be here. Just lucky to be here alive, especially during these times.
Amen. I can respect that. Let's respect that. Much respect, Champ. Once again, we appreciate your time sharing it with us here on Standing 8 Live. Again, man, you're always welcome to come back, whether it's you want to feature one of your young and up-and-coming fighters that are on the Rising Star promotional banner, or it's to share some news with the fans in terms of what's happening with Cornflake. You know what I mean? Either way, we are your platform.
Word. Hey, like I said, I got my word. As soon as some shit can drop, as far as what we working on, I'll be sure to let y'all know, man. Y'all know the third outlet I'm giving that promise to.
That's what's up.
I might do it in like a group text or like a group chat. So
yeah, it's all good. No, it's all good. Just keep us logged in and keep us in mind. You know what I mean? In terms of your boxing news, man. Just always know we're here to support. We're here for boxing. We're here for the sport, you know what I mean? And I think some people like to show favoritism in this game, but Standing 8 Live is one of those platforms, win, lose, or draw, you know what I mean? You always got a line or a namesake here on Standing 8 Live's platform.
That's dope, man. I really appreciate it, bro.
Hey, we appreciate you, Champ.
So much.
Hey, good luck down there in Mexico, man.
Thank you, bro.
All right, man.
Hopefully y'all sweep. Hopefully Rising Star sweeps down there, you know what I mean?
Oh, we gonna sweep. Oh, we sweeping.
Hey, say the bros is out, huh?
Yeah, man, we sweeping, bro.
I heard that, man. Once again, congratulations on your big win. Again, congratulations on the daughter and the family thing taking fruition and the fiance, man. And just like I said, just keep us in mind when Cornflake has something he's trying to drop on a dime.
I got you, bro. Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you, Champ.
All right, appreciate y'all. All right, guys. Thank you.
Man, good interview, man. What you think, Champ?
Oh, it was a good interview. He always bring that kind of energy.
Man, he
does.
Know
what I'm saying? He ready to chat it up. You could tell he will be a fighter who venture off in the promotion.
Right.
I think that it's something that's going to serve him well. You can tell he's still hungry. Mm-hmm. And I think what's the best part of him being a promoter is that he understands what he don't like about promoters.
True.
So he can use that to translate in the way he deals with fighters. And it seemed like fighters who are humble, haven't had the taste of the limelight at a high level, seem to identify more with the roots of the game. So I think that fighters who deal with him will be fortunate to have that from that perspective. And I just hope that everything that he desires come to fruition for him, because he one of the people who's not down on the losses. Like, he has a sense of reality to where he's not the kind of person who feels like it's the end of the world if you lose. And these are the kind of fighters who I think that young fighters should look up to.
I can agree.
And what I mean by that is it's reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, you want the fame and the success of a Floyd Mayweather, but that's not reality for everybody. Right. I mean, it's possible, but it's not something that's probable.
Yeah, it's not the norm. It's not the norm, especially in boxing. I mean, even greats like a Manny Pacquiao or anybody that you want to look at, most of them have an L. You know what I mean? In terms of that, whether you look at Marquez, You know what I mean? You go back in lineage. I mean, it's not always with that perfection of a O. You know what I mean? And I just much respect to Thomas LaManna.
I think he's gonna announce he fighting Laura.
Yeah, I think
that's my prediction.
I think so.
He too hot. He too hot for that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and spoil.
And I think it's very fitting, like he said, it's been something that's been talked about in his career numerous times. So it's almost something that has to happen. You know what I mean? You can only talk about an opponent for so long before it's like, okay, put up or shut up, like the old saying says. So big ups to Thomas LaManna, a.k.a. Cornflake, for sharing his time with Standing 8 Live. Do you have anything in closing that you would like to share before we start to close out this particular show?
Just shout out to everybody who rock with us. Just touch on some quick things. His Caleb Plant, the guy he said he's a big fan of, he's fighting this weekend against Caleb Truax.
Who you got? Plant, without a doubt.
Man, listen, Plant.
It ain't gonna be close.
It's gonna be.
You looked at me like it ain't gonna be close.
Truax never been.
Gonna be close?
It's not gonna be close. Truax has never been in a boring fight, far as I'm concerned. He has upset fighters before, but he's not gonna upset Plant. I think Plant gonna come in there, box his ears off, and maybe even stop him.
I think Plant stops him. That's where I'm gonna go with my prediction, fans. I think Plant stops him in about 8th or 9th round, just on the durability and the intellect of Plant. Plant fights with
whose durability? Plant?
Yeah.
Well, have you seen his durability come into question?
No, I'm talking about no, not his durability. I'm talking about his intellect.
Oh, okay.
His intellect will surpass him over Truax in this fight. And I'm saying the stoppage because he's so calculating as a fighter. I think the game plan will be to break him down systematically and then look to get him out of there in those later rounds. That's just what I think. I ain't in the motherfucking camp. I don't know that. But I do think that Plant knows in his mind he needs an excellent showing to continue to propel him into this limelight that he's starting to get.
And a fight against somebody like Truax is tailor-made for him, and somebody who's going to come, they're going to brawl, they're going to fight. So he has to take advantage of this situation, and he has to shine.
Absolutely. So we're in agreement with that. Once again, fans, we thank you so much for tuning in to Standing 8 Live. We air every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any fighter that you'd like to get their shine on, or you have something that you would like to share with us, please feel free to reach out to us via our Facebook page, contacting us, dropping in on the show. Whatever you want to do, it's a go. You know what I mean? Me and my co-hosts here are always excited to chop it up with new fighters, old fighters, trainers, and promoters. You know what I mean? Anything you want to say, Doc, before we go?
We'll see y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Standing 8 Live.
Tune in and share with friends.